A couple weeks ago, I talked about the fact that out of everybody in the Trump cabinet, including Trump himself, the president, the person with the highest approval rating out of everybody in the executive branch of government was Robert F. Kennedy Jr., Secretary of Health and Human Services. And even though he was the most popular, his approval rating was still a -4, meaning he was still had a higher disapproval than approval, but the -4 was better than everybody else. Pam Bondi was the least popular person with a net -20 approval rating, and Donald Trump was somewhere in the middle there. And that was only 2 weeks ago, right? Right before this brainworm-infested fool got out there and told us that Tylenol causes the autism. You know, if you're going to be looking for the causes of any diseases, I'm just going to say it, maybe start with you, right? I mean, we shouldn't be taking health advice from a man telling us Tylenol is going to kill your brain when he sounds like he eats rocks for every meal. And I know it's a condition called spasmodic dysphonia, but maybe you could use your power and your resources in office to be like, hey, can we fix this? Can we prevent this in other people? You know, it's very close to home for you. You'd think maybe that would be a priority, but I guess not, pal. But anyway, a new poll has come out this week from Quinnipiac showing that now, after 2 weeks ago being the most popular member of the Trump administration, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is officially the least liked person in this administration. His approval rating is a net -21. 21 points underwater. So Pam Bondi, the person out there enacting Donald Trump's revenge agenda, super hated by everyone, is now not even the least popular person. Kennedy went from most popular to least popular. Absolute good for the country, right? That's a good thing. I have repeatedly said since the beginning of this administration, nobody's going to have a higher body count from their time in office than Kennedy is. You look at the measles outbreak this year, Kennedy's is already pretty high, and other diseases, of course. And the rest of the public has caught on. He was the most beloved person, even though he was still hated by most, and now he's the least beloved person. His approval rating is a 33%. His disapproval rating is a 54%, giving him a net -21% approval in a matter of weeks. And as Tech Dirt pointed out, here's just a sampling of some of the absolute insanity from Kennedy just in the last, 7 months. He presided over the largest measles outbreak in decades and essentially blamed the victims for it. He used AI to write up his Maha Health report. He fired every member of the CDC's ACIP panel and replaced them with anti-vaxxers. He fired the head of the CDC after only a month on the job and then concluded that pregnant mothers shouldn't take Tylenol because it causes autism. Not to mention that he's revised the vaccine schedules. He's changed the, who's allowed to get a COVID vaccine without having to lie to the pharmacist about it. And of course, he's defunded mRNA vaccine research. This guy is a disaster for your health. And a majority of people in this country absolutely see it, they recognize it, and they hate it, and they hate him. You're even starting to see Republicans in the Senate, as I've talked about, come out against him, come out against his insanity, come out against his anti-science opinions that he throws out as official policy. Problem is, he's not going anywhere. Donald Trump loves him. Somebody recently pointed out to me, I think it was on Blue Sky, they said, I think the reason he's keeping Kennedy around, in spite of the fact that he is a huge drag on this administration, Trump's own pollsters, Fabrizio and Ward, have told him that, by the way. But the reason Trump keeps him around is because he likes the prestige of having a Kennedy on staff, especially one named after an actual good Kennedy. So that may be why Trump keeps him around. But if his poll numbers continue to drop like this, and he, of course, continues to drag Trump down with him, There's no name on the planet that'll force Trump to keep him around for too much longer. Thanks for watching, everyone. You know, we're inching closer and closer to 1 million subscribers, and we're aiming to hit that goal before the year closes. So if you aren't subscribed to the channel, please do so, and don't forget to like, comment, and share. Thanks for joining us as we head towards this huge milestone.